I'm Lulu and welcome to Lulu's Way. I'm really glad you're here. So I'd like to show you my idea for an outdoor shower. I put this shower system together a while ago, and when I was going to Florida, I said, I'm not going to need an outdoor shower going to Florida. I'm traveling down, there's a lot of Planet Fitnesses along the way, and in the area that I stay in Florida for most of the winter has Planet Fitness right down the street. I was like, I don't need the outdoor shower. But when I was in Texas, I really could have used a shower. Like when we were staying on the beach and there wasn't a Planet Fitness around anywhere, and you can stay on the beach for 2 weeks. Like, I was keeping clean, but I thought, it would have been really good to have like a shower in the back of my van. So when I came home from Texas, I came up with the idea of this shower system. Then the next trip I went to Florida, I really didn't need to take it. But now I'm going to the desert. I'm leaving in 2 days and I'm off to the desert for quite a while. And I'm going to be on BLM land. Chances are I might be in places 2 weeks at a time. I'm bringing my shower. So I wanted to show you the shower that I devised. I haven't used it yet, but in my mind, the concept is very good. I'm certainly open to any suggestions if you think I can improve this system at all before I hit the road. So let me tell you what has come to mind for me that I visualize it working really well. So this shower is going to be off the back of my van. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is to get my cargo box out of the way. So it just swings right like this, which is very, very handy. And I'm going to have my doors open like this. So here's my vision, okay? The first thing I'm going to do is get my shower bag, the bag that I take into Planet Fitness. And here is my shower bag. This has everything I need to take a shower, except for the change of clothes. So when I go into Planet Fitness, I grab this bag. I got this at a thrift store for like a couple of bucks, and it's absolutely perfect for me. This front zipper, I put my phone and my key, and then in here has everything I need, and it has room for a change of clothes. I can unzip this, and I can put a change of clothes right on top of here, and go right into Planet Fitness, and I'm good to go. Okay, so the first thing I need is my towel. So I'd put my towel like this on this hook. So now my towel's ready. And I have my bag that has my shampoo, conditioner, razor, soap. Okay, so putting this right here. So it's nice and handy. So I got all this stuff handy, okay? Okay, so now I'm going to go in here and get my shower. So everything is right in here. I just came up with this idea and I went for it. So this is a bag. I actually made this bag for all the stuff, just out of some extra fabric I had. I made a tie that goes around the top, and I just made just a pouch. I just made a pouch like this, put all my things in it, made these 2 ties, and then I just go like this and then tie it up. That's how I decided to keep everything contained together. Okay, so the first thing I have is the water bag. Okay, so this is 5 gallons. It holds 5 gallons of water, okay? And I would never put 5 gallons in it because I wouldn't be able to pick it up and throw it on the roof, okay? So I needed to go on the roof because I need the gravity, okay? So it's 5 gallons. I'm going to go open this up, and I'm probably going to put a gallon or 2. All I really need to do is to get wet, and then I can soap up, and then I need water to rinse. Maybe 2 gallons. If I'm at the beach, if there's a shower at the beach, like one of those outdoor showers that just runs water, I can fill it from there. I can fill it wherever there's running water, or I can use my water supply that I have that I put in the Berkey. Okay, this is what this looks like. And what I like about this shower is I looked specifically for one that had an on and off valve, because I don't want to just have it running. I want to be able to shut it off like this, stop the water flow while I'm soaping up and stuff. I don't want to waste the water because water is very, very precious when you're on the road. Then I want to be able to turn it and then rinse. So my vision is to put a couple of gallons of water in here in the morning, and then I just put it like this, okay? I let it sit there for a few hours in the sun. This black will attract the sun and heat the water, okay? Then I'll pick it up like this, and I'll throw it up on my roof like this. So now I have a bag of warm water on my roof, okay? Now, I envisioned being on a beach or being in the desert, somewhere where there's like grass or whatever. I'm either going to be on the grass, I'm going to be in dirt, I'm going to be in sand, or I'm going to be in the desert, in rocks, just sand and rocks, okay? So I'm just imagining like getting wet and my wet feet are in sand and rocks and stuff. I didn't like that idea. So I found this. And what this is, it's a bamboo bath mat. That's what it's called. It's on Amazon, and it's just made out of bamboo. So I thought I would put this like this, and it would just keep me off the ground. So now my feet are not in the sand, and the water's going to go in between these slats. Okay? So now I picture, I'll get to the privacy in a minute, but I just picture turning this on like this, getting myself all wet, getting out my shampoo, doing my hair, soaping all up, put the water back on, rinse, 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 bup, 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 right? Just seems like it would work good. It just seems like it to me, without having any experience with an outdoor shower. So now for the privacy, what I did was, at the thrift store, I found this blackout curtain. And what makes it a blackout curtain is that you can't see through it. Okay, so it's like almost kind of like a rubberized feel on this side, which is kind of good because I want it to repel the water rather than absorb it. So I measured from the top of my door down to there, and enough for it to go all the way around, like halfway on either side of the door. And I made a big square. I had to sew a couple of pieces together. I had to do a little cutting and pasting. And I have these magnets right here, and these are badge magnets. Okay, these are great magnets. Okay, there's like 3 on each one, and they're very strong for their size. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 4 of these. Okay, so I'm going to go like this. Okay, and then I'm going to come over here. See this panel right here? That panel's not metal. Look, it won't stick. So up here is metal, and this is metal, but this is not. So I'm going to do this. Okay. And there's my privacy curtain right there. Okay. So now if I'm in here taking a shower, this feels like it's not going to come down. See, I can hit it. See, those magnets are good and strong. So this is what it looks like. I have this privacy in my van. I have everything accessible to me. Here's my warm water, hopefully hot water, and I can take a shower right here. For me, it feels like it's not going to fall. It feels like it's not see-through, and it's long enough, it's tall enough. I have access to all my things. I have this nice mat down here that I don't have to stand in the sand, and I just take a shower. So what do you think? I think it's brilliant. And I imagine that this will get a little wet and this will get wet, clearly, because I'm going to dry myself off. And I'll just leave everything hung up, and I'll just drape this over the door to dry. Just leave everything hung up in the desert, in the sun. You know, half an hour, everything will be dry, and I can fold everything up and put it away. So I'm kind of thinking that this is going to work. What I also imagine would work is if this was on the back of a minivan or an SUV, a hatchback. All right, so you put your hatchback up, and why couldn't this go right around the edges of the front and the sides? Magnet, 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 and then it just drapes down. You can do this on the back of a minivan or an SUV. I don't see why not, because it's going to be exactly like this in this kind of U shape, except I don't have anything to magnet this part to, but you would on the back of a minivan. So, you know, this curtain, if you go into a thrift store, or even if you just go onto Amazon and get a blackout curtain, you'll see that the inside of it is rubberized. It's kind of like a little rubbery, and it's just, you just can't see through it. So I don't want to see through it, and I also, it's not going to be soaking wet, which is going to be great. This was like $5. You know, it was this great big, it was a great big set of curtains. They were long. You just got to make sure they're long enough. You know, take your measurements from the top of your, like if you're doing this on in the back of a minivan, you want to measure from the top of the back door when it's up, maybe down to about right here. You know, you don't want it on the ground. Maybe right to about mid-calf. And then just get yourself some badge magnets. I got them on Amazon. I got that solar shower on Amazon, and I got that bamboo mat on Amazon. I'll leave all the links in the description. You can look at each product and just see what I chose. I will report in after I do use it. I know I'll use it in Utah. I know I will, because we plan to do a lot of camping on BLM land. I could even lend this to somebody. You know, if somebody's traveling with me and you want a shower on the back of your van, I don't see why this all couldn't just be rigged up on the back of your van. So we'll see. Maybe Luann will borrow it and she'll have a shower when we're traveling together. So we'll see how it goes. For me, I'm envisioning success. But this is what's really great about trying ideas like this. I really think that this is going to work out well. But, you know, there might be something I'm not thinking of. There might be, it just might not work. I don't know. And it's okay. It's okay if it doesn't. You either modify it or you get rid of it. You do whatever. I'll just continue just sponge bathing if I'm out in BLM land for extended length of time, because that works too. If you're sponge bathing, if you're using the wipes, I love those wipes that I enjoy. That I enjoy taking a sponge bath with. They're like they're the best. I really like them. But I just thought, you know, sometimes you just really need a wet shower, you know? So we'll see how it works out, and I'll let you know. So bye for now.